Everybody, and welcome to the 17th episode of Healthy Living with Marilyn. We're so glad that you could join us tonight in my den. This is my den. This is where I do a lot of things in my den. We have great windows. It's a wonderful place to be. My grandchildren love to be in here. It's a lot of fun. It's very relaxing. And we are going to be talking about relaxation, aren't we, Josie?
We'll try to stay awake.
Yeah. Relaxation is something you really need to do. And my name is Dr. Marilyn A. Scott, and I am the host of Healthy Living with Marilyn, which I started last December, but our first show was in April, so I'm really excited about it. It takes a while to get something like this going. And we've had our ups and downs, and we've had a lot of things going on, haven't we, Josie?
Mostly we've had lots of fun.
Yeah, we have had a lot of fun. Josie and I really know how to have fun. Part of it is learning how to relax when you're having fun, really. So, and my co-hostess with the mostest, who has been with me since before the beginning, Josi Hopkins.
Hello, hello.
Thank you
Excited
for
to
being
be here today.
With me again. And
my favorite Thursday thing to do.
Is it?
Yes.
Wow. Well, that makes me feel good. That really does, because sometimes it's a little bit stressful for me during the day, but I make it through. Somehow I make it through. You know?
Yeah.
I did a lot of relaxation today, and I was thinking about that when I asked my guest, Kathy Goodwin, from Resonance Sound, Float and Sound, which is down in a lovely development called Sycamore Square. It is not really a strip mall. It's like a bunch of houses together that have businesses in them. It is way cool. It's so eclectic.
Yes.
And there's parking. There's a parking lot there. It's not like going to other places in Richmond, in the Richmond area, where you can't get a parking spot.
Right. But it is very nice there.
It is very nice. I like going down there. I've been going down there a little bit more often when I get a chance, which has been good. And I have done a float, which has been really, really cool. Really cool. And it helped me relax. And we're going to be talking about different relaxation methods tonight. One of them that I like to do is meditate. And I've been taking this meditation class online with a gal named Deborah King, and it's from Mind Valley, and it has really, really helped me. And what I try to do every day is meditate for at least 10 to 20 minutes in the morning and 10 to 20 minutes at night. And it really helps relax me. The thing is, sometimes you can, my husband said a couple nights ago, I was so tired, I fell asleep before he even got in bed. And I wake up and I run out of sleep. Now, I'm not a morning person, and when I run out of sleep and I don't have to get up right away, that doesn't fit with me. I would like to sleep in a little bit, but my body says, no, Marilyn, it's time for you to get up.
When you meditate, though, does that help you relax and go back?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Because for me, it does.
And a lot of times, sometimes after the boys have gone, I will sit for about 10 to 15 minutes just to meditate, just to get back in focus. And getting back in focus when you've had a stressful day is really, really important. I really think it's important, don't you, Kathy?
Yes.
It is so important to make sure that if you've had a stressful day, take at least the minimum 5 minutes. Close your eyes. If you need to put your phone on or a timer on, do so. But take time for yourself and get some relaxation done and get some balancing done. Even if you go outside
go and hug a tree.
Go hug a tree. Go and walk in the grass barefoot. It is so important to ground yourself, to get your feet in the ground. We wear shoes all the time. We all wear shoes. And the rubber that's on the shoes and whatever your shoes are made of, it prevents you from grounding yourself into the earth. And we walk on sidewalks, and we live, go downtown Richmond, what do you see?
Pavements.
It's a cement arena down there, totally cement. And
most cities are like that.
Most cities are like that. And there's very few trees down there. I don't know how they get their oxygen, to be honest with you. I think they have to go to Kathy's just to get some of that oxygen with the float pod, right? Float pod that she has. And we're going to be talking about that during the course of our show tonight. But I wanted to really stress on meditation. And when you meditate, it's really important to make sure that you breathe. And people say, well, I breathe all the time.
No,
there is a special way to breathe. Okay? If you don't know how to breathe the special way, what you need to do is you need to breathe in through your diaphragm, inhale through your nose, and exhale out your mouth. And if you do that a couple of times without hyperventilating, do it slowly.
And breathe out twice as long as you breathe in.
Right. You breathe out twice as long as you breathe in. It's hard to talk about breathing when you're trying to...
It's hard to breathe when you're talking about breathing.
When you're trying to explain it, okay? So I'll use Josi here. So
if you don't know how to do it, put your hand on your stomach so that you can tell that you're breathing on your diaphragm.
Yeah. So breathe in through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Now, when I went to yoga, it wasn't just exhaling like this. I was doing this. But what they wanted you to do was go and make that noise.
Yes.
And it's a difference between and a and for some reason it helps relax you more. It helps release any of the tension and the stress that you're feeling. We all handle stress different ways, and stress can do really funky things to your body. Really funky things.
Yes. I attribute my cancer my 3 cancers to stress.
To stress.
Stressful job, stressful lifestyle.
And you had stress and you had trouble sleeping.
Yep.
Right?
For about 4 years.
Yeah.
I had a hard time.
And I just read an article just last week that 90% of the people who go to the doctor, the reason why they have a health issue is because they're under stress. 90%.
Dr. Wheel came up with that, and that was something that kind of prompted me into going further with this.
Yeah. It is so important to take care of yourself. Keep your stress level down. My mom called a couple days ago and she said, I went ballistic with my sister.
I remember last week you talking about that.
Yep. And I said to her, Mom, it's going to kill you. Stress can kill you.
Yes.
And she felt awful, and I could feel her heavy breathing, and being intuitive, I could feel the stress that she was under. And it was like she was a rubber band just waiting to just explode.
Yeah. But there's some good stressors, but being able to identify what the good stressors are, weddings or excitement and things like that, those are good stressors, but those are the stressors that don't linger in your body the same kind of way. Right,
because when you're under stress, your brain and your stomach are brother and sister. So what you think about a lot of times will take a hit in your abdomen. That's where I put my stress. I mean, if I'm under stress, I get the butterflies, and then, I start detoxing. Because that's how I handle my stress.
And when they're stressed, people stop breathing.
Right.
And, you hold your breath and you begin to feel that tension. And it just exacerbates the stress.
Right.
So it becomes cyclical. You don't breathe, you get stressed, the stress gets higher, you don't breathe.
If you find that you're in a lot of pain, that can be stress. Relax. Learn to relax. How I do it at night when I go to sleep, and my husband says normally when I hit the pillow, I'm gone. I'm like a light bulb. But if I'm having trouble going to sleep, and sometimes that happens to me, I just close my eyes and I don't count sheep because that's a pain. That's not something I want to do. I try to relax every part of my body. I relax my head. I relax my hair. I go to my
Forehead,
face and
nose.
relax my eyes and my nose.
Feel it going all the way
my ears.
down.
And the more you go down, it also relaxes you to the point where your energy is going down into a more quieter state. If you go from your toes up, that's going to give you energy. So you got to go from the head down and just relax everything. And if you need to move your arms, if you need to move your elbows, whatever you need to move, just to get yourself relaxed. It is so much better. Getting a essential oil, lavender,
I diffuse oils in my bedroom all the time.
a great relaxing herb oil to use. Rosemary is good. There's a couple that they put a combination that's called stress relief. You know, you can find other essential oils that you can diffuse in your bedroom, and you'll have the timer. Normally, I have a diffuser that goes off automatically after about 2 hours, so I don't worry about it. You know, so if you get a diffuser, they're not that expensive. And it's a cool mist, so it's not warm like a hot vaporizer that our parents
And even if you don't have a diffuser, a tissue, a cotton ball.
A tissue.
Cotton ball in your pillowcase.
Put it in your pillowcase. Yeah, it will really help you relax, really a lot. Now, last month I took a couple yoga classes, and that was really helpful. And it helped me become more flexible, and I really needed to become more flexible. And I want to go back to yoga, but things are happening right now that I will get back to yoga. I'm doing more walking now, but I found out that Kathy has this really neat machine that I didn't know about called a Vibratherapy. And you stand on it. Now, do you hold something?
It's a good idea because
Yeah.
it goes
You have something
different.
there that people can hold
Yes,
on?
it has little
it
handles
has a
on
railing
it,
like.
and you hold on and you turn it on, and then you can increase the speed to what you're comfortable with, and it works your core from the inside.
10 minutes. I'm going to try this. 10 minutes. It works your core.
Even I can do it for 10 minutes. It's just
Really?
the one who doesn't like to exercise.
And one time, Judy and I were at a conference, and the woman who was leading the conference, she's very tall, beautiful, slender. She had like 6-inch heels on, and I said to her, I said, Judy, how does she walk in those shoes? She's walking in them like they're flip flops. How does she do that? It's core. Judy says it's core. You have to have core. So that's what I'm working
And it
on.
kills
If
your
you
back.
don't, you
And it
start
ultimately kills your back.
Right.
Yeah.
Not that I want to walk in 6-inch heels. I don't want to do that.
No.
But I want to get my core
yeah.
back into shape. You know, and that's my goal. So I'm going to try that Vibra machine.
And it's just fun.
Yeah. Anything
You can't get
10
on it
minutes,
without laughing.
10 minutes, and it's the equivalent of an hour. I mean, I'll go on that every other day for a while. You watch. You know, I'll get her special and say, okay, every other day. Can you do it every other day?
You can do it as often as you want.
Really?
But it's like going to the gym. So if you go to the gym 2 days a week, then
Okay.
do this 2 days and
I don't go
alternate
to the
it.
gym.
I don't
have
either.
time to go to the gym.
I told you I have a garage that's a graveyard for exercise equipment that doesn't work.
Yeah.
And within 2 weeks, I started seeing muscles I hadn't seen since 1983.
Yeah.
What?
So
That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah,
to
they're
find the
hiding.
muscles. They're hiding. They're MIA.
who knew it was?
They're missing.
They've been calling me though. They've been
Uh-huh.
calling saying we're still here.
Yep.
We just want you to get us back.
Who knew muscle had memory that long?
It does. Muscle has a lot of memory because when I tore my tricep muscle, and the doctor says we really, really, really are worried about your tricep muscle because you tore it, and I looked at him and I said I can fix it because it has memory, and I can move my arm like better than I did before. So, and that was 3 months ago, this past Sunday, that I fell. So if you are concerned about something that you've torn, give me a call or get in touch with me because I know for a fact you can fix it because I fixed mine. You know, and it's really important. If you know what you need to do, to repair your body, you can save a lot of money and a lot of time and a lot of effort on everybody else's part without any of the side effects
Yes.
of getting something done.
It always scares me when I hear people, and I was talking to someone today, and they were saying that they were going for surgery or something, some pins, and I'm like, you're putting rods in your body, you know, they're going to rust. At some point, they're going to rust, and then they'll have to open you back up, take them back out. And I'm like, had you thought about doing something else first? Well, no, my doctor said.
Yeah,
So
I know.
I just left it there.
I think we all need to look outside the medical realm. I
Love
really
my
do.
doctors for what they know for their specialty.
Right.
I'll go and have them say, "Oh, this is going on." I'll be like, "Thank you. That's all I need to know.
Right.
I got something for that."
I mean, I've been a homeopath for 35 years, a long time, a way long time. And homeopathy saved my life, and it also helps me relax. And I know that if I have an issue, I can go right to a homeopathic remedy, and within 5 to 10 minutes, I'm feeling a whole lot better. A lot of people don't know about homeopathy. It is the law of similars. And you take something you're trying to get rid of.
Like,
Years ago, this is how I got into homeopathy, and this really helped me. And I had to relax that day. I got stung by a wasp, and I had 1980 something foo-foo hair way out here. I was a platinum blonde with hair way out here, and I was in the car, and I felt something in my hair, and I got stung by a wasp. And I'm highly allergic to bees.
Now, wasp and bees are not the same.
I know, but a sting for me is a sting for me.
Okay.
So it might have been a bee. I don't remember. It was 35 years ago.
Yeah.
You know.
And I said that because I was sharing with you, we were with a beekeeper the other day.
Yeah.
And we were talking about just that real thing about how homeopathy with the honey, you know, but I learned so much about the difference between bees and wasp and honey and hornets, you know, and understanding that bees don't really want to sting people.
No, they don't. But he wanted to sting me that day. And I remember I had a small bag of a very potent dose of apis, which is made from bee venom. And I thought, well, I don't have anything to lose because I'm 45 minutes away from the hospital. And if I don't do something now, I'm not going to make it. So I started taking this stuff, and 20 minutes later, the hyperventilation started going down. My chest started opening up because everything was closing up on me. And my arm was turning, all these color blue, red, whatever. And no, I stayed calm, and I started taking this stuff. And 20 minutes later, I was fine. I could continue to drive. 3 hours later, I hadn't even felt like I'd stung by a bee. And I said, I am doing this. It saved my life. It totally saved my life. So I am a real big proponent of homeopathy.
Oh, me too.
There's no side effects. Here's a homeopathic remedy here. You can put it in your purse. You don't need to worry about water. You don't need to worry about anything to drink. You just let it dissolve under your tongue. And the great thing about it is it does not go through your digestive system. It goes directly into your system. So it works pretty fast. So I can't stress enough how much homeopathy I use. You know, I think it's great. You can put it in your pocket. You can take it wherever you go. It's like first aid kit in a bottle. You can't beat it. And it's affordable. It's affordable. That's what I love about it. And it lasts forever. My mom says, well, this says it's expires next month. Mom, it's going to outlive you. They have to put an expiration date on because the government says you got to put an expiration date on. It'll outlive anybody. It'll outlive me. I've got homeopathic remedies that I had 35 years ago. And I'm still using them.
I've got some that I've had a long, long time.
But
I don't have to use them as often.
And they still work, yeah. So, but something like that to help get you relaxed. There's a couple that homeopathic remedies that will help relax you. One is gelsemium. It is great for when you got butterflies in your stomach, you're going on stage, you need to relax, you need to calm down. It's really good for that. It's really, really good for that. And there's another one called Ignatia, which helps with grief.
I've had that.
You've had Ignatia before? It helps with grief, and it helps with just calming yourself down when you've had a very stressful episode of whatever it is. So those are some of the homeopathic remedies. Aconite is a great one. Aconite is for fright. Like if you're going down the road and somebody pulls out in front of you, you go, aconite's a great one for that one. So, but homeopathic remedies are used for different parts of your body. You can use the same one for different parts. But when somebody comes and talks to me, I look at their entire body. What is going on? What is going on with their entire body? I just don't look at the fact that what's wrong with you. You know,
the body's one unit. I
Right.
hate it when
You have
when
a
you have to go to
circulatory
50 different
system.
doctors and for different parts of your body, and I'm like, this is me. It's a whole me.
right.
You know.
That's right. You know, your whole body. So I look at your lifestyle. I look at what stressors you're under. I
What
look
you
at what you're
eat.
eating. You know, a lot of doctors they don't take nutrition 101.
And they don't use more integrative practices.
No, they
so
don't. They
it's
don't.
the whole body. It's mind, body, and spirit
Right.
that needs to be.
Exactly.
They're
and
limited in their training. That's
and
not
they
their
look at
field.
what's wrong with you. If you've got a digestive issue, they look at that. That's all they look at. If you have a kidney issue, they look at your kidney. That's all they look at. And I call it, they take compartmentalizing 101. Well, I take the whole body, mind, body, spirit 404 because you need to look at the whole person, the whole persona. What are they doing to relax? Are you relaxing? Are you meditating? Are you
in
taking
stressful
yoga?
environments.
What environment are you in? Are your kids driving you crazy? Seriously.
Yeah, your coworkers.
Your coworkers.
8 hours a day
your
if you have coworkers
friends,
driving you crazy.
You know, your partner, whatever.
Yeah. I had to clear my space of a lot of people who I considered friends with my cancer diagnosis because they had a lot of drama, and I realized that I did not want to take that in. They were not willing to let it go, and I respect that they want to keep it. I just respect that I don't.
Right.
So I'm my priority.
Right? Yes. And I'm my priority. And I've been working a whole lot more on boundaries. And boundaries have kept me less stressed, a whole lot less stressed. You know, I'm saying no. I can't
No
do
is
this.
my friend.
No is a complete sentence, friends.
Yes.
It is a complete sentence. No. What part of no don't you understand? That's what I used to say to my kids. What part of no don't you understand? It's only 2 letters, but it is a complete sentence.
It takes a long time to learn that, though.
It does. It took me a long time. My husband used to say, there's pins and there's pin cushions, and you are not a pin. That made me realize that I was doing too much people pleasing. And I'm not doing that anymore.
When I started, when I realized that I had to clear my space, I took about 3 months practicing how to say no.
Right.
Yeah, I had to stand in front of the mirror and say no. Oh no, I believe in you. No, that doesn't work for me. Or just no, or, you know, no, but tell me how you get it figured out, you know.
Yeah.
And not no, but, because when you say no, but, what people hear is what you say afterwards. Because a lot of times we say, no, but if you can't, then call me. And they think, oh, well, I'm going to just call you.
Gonna just call, yeah.
Yeah.
So learn to say no. Learn your boundaries. If somebody calls you up and wants to go out and do something and you just can't do it, tell them, I'm sorry, I can't do it. You know, if somebody says, well, I can't meet you now, and then calls, you know, the next day or a couple hours later and says, no, I can meet you now. No.
Disruption.
It's total disruption. And it disrupts your energy. It disrupts your feng shui. It disrupts everything. And that's where you lose balance. Jacob and I talk about balance all the time. We talk about balance. Balance going down the stairs, keeping balance with what we're doing yoga. I find yoga is very, very helpful for relaxation. You do an hour's worth of yoga at a yoga spa facility, with boutique, whatever you want to call it, and you're doing this for you. People don't take time to do for them. You have to learn to do for you. Find something that works for you. Take some time, go get a coloring book at a bookstore. Take some time and color one of those mandala things. I just got 2 books, coloring books, that I'm going to start doing again. I think it is so important. It helps your creativity. It's almost like being in the shower without being wet, where you can just where you can just color. You know?
I never thought about it being in the shower without getting wet, though.
Well, I do a lot of thinking in the shower, but
Okay.
I also do a lot of thinking when I'm coloring, or when I'm coloring with Jacob, or doing puzzles with him.
Now, puzzles. I'm a puzzle fanatic.
Are you?
Yeah, I buy puzzles every summer, and then I'll have like 2 or 3 puzzles on my deck that I'll go out in the morning with my tea, and I'll decide which one I want to work on which day, you know.
Well, I had gotten some small puzzles, these mini puzzles by Ann Geddes, and she takes pictures with babies in them. And I had one with butterflies, and the butterfly itself, the body was a baby, and it was gorgeous. It was 100 pieces. It was like 9 by 7, and it was ages 13 and up. Jacob goes, now Jacob's 3. He'll be 3 on Monday. He says, "Grandma, I want to do that puzzle." Are you kidding? No, girl, I want to do that puzzle. So I got it out, and the pieces are small. They're like a 1/2 inch by half. And it took us a little bit of time to do it. But he said, "Look, I found a baby." And he was helping me with this puzzle. And I don't think I would have gotten it done in the little bit of time that we did it if he hadn't been helping.
I have them for the grands. Everybody's got their own, and then I've got mine. I've got a couple, and we kind of alternate.
I think doing puzzles, literally getting a puzzle, a jigsaw puzzle, and doing a puzzle is relaxing. Now that might not sound holistic to you, but I think it's very holistic because you're doing something creative, you're making a picture with these puzzle pieces, and you're concentrating, looking
stimulating
at the
your brain.
Right.
It's a stimulus.
Oh, I'll tell you, he has really stimulated my brain recently. Let me tell you, it's been amazing. And I've seen him put puzzles together that are 60 pieces, and it's from age 4 and up, and he's putting them together, and it's amazing.
You can't lock kids into
No.
an age range.
No.
You know, whatever you open them up to, they will learn. You know, people get stuck as, "Oh, this is not for you yet."
Right.
Later, you know, the best time is the younger, the faster they learn.
Right.
Little sponges.
We had a 100-piece puzzle that was it was a sea scene, and it had turtles and things in it, and fish and everything. And he has some Ninja Turtle, and he has a Paw Patrol, and they're 24 pieces, and they're from ages 5 and up, and he's doing them. And he says, "I want to do a puzzle, Grandma." I said, "Okay, what puzzle do you want to do?" "I want to do the fish one." It's 100 pieces. It's like, you want, and I hadn't done one in a long time. It's like, "You want to do what?" "I want to do the fish one up on top of the cabinet."
But the system works the same. You know, you start them with finding the corners, finding the sides, work to the colors.
Yep. He had the whole bottom done before I even got all the pieces turned over. Honest to God. It's amazing. It's amazing to see. Sometimes it can be really relaxing just watching him. Sometimes it can be really stressful watching him. That's when I just go away for about 5 minutes to get my act together. But I think it's really important to make sure you do that, you know, and think outside the box where there is no box. You know, think outside your realm. Because
do something you've never tried before.
Right, and you know, if you are feeling success, you are outside of your comfort zone. So just forget about the fact of being comfortable, because now you are going to the next step. And that's when you really need to learn to relax. And go see Kathy down at Residence. Now, Kathy, you have a wonderful float pod. I call it a pod. It looks like an egg, really. And she's also in Natural Awakenings. There's an ad in there about her float facility, and it's way cool.
So what is float?
So tell us what float is, and I'll look for it.
Our float tank has 200 gallons of water in it, and it has 1,000 pounds of pharmaceutical grade Epsom salt.
So you float, literally.
You don't have a choice. You're going to float. It's about 10 inches deep, 8 to 10 inches deep. And you can have the light on or off in the tank. You can have the music on or off. You have meditation music that plays while you're in there. And you can have the light on in the room or off. It's all set to your comfort level.
Can you describe the tank, the pod, or?
It's an egg shape, and it's 85 inches long by 55 inches wide. It has to be fairly large because it's what a lot of the pro football teams are using now in their training facilities. And they are also using them in some of the baseball, the Cubs use them. And then the Navy SEALs are using them in their training facilities. They are wonderful for muscle recovery.
Okay.
That's why the teams are liking it for training. It's also good for sleep.
I can't find
helped
it.
get me back to sleeping.
Okay, here we go. It looks like a big egg. And it's a really neat place because when you close the door, it's your room.
It is.
It's
And you
your
take a
room.
shower before you get in the
Right.
tank.
And she has soap and all this stuff up there that you need. So you don't
So do you wear a bathing
need to
suit, or
bring-
would you?
You don't have to. You can if you'd like. The fewer restrictions, the better, because it's along the lines of the sensory deprivation tanks from the late
I
50s.
remember those.
And
I
it's
remember hearing about them in psych.
the idea, the water is not like a hot tub. It's
Okay.
average skin temperature. The idea being that you can't tell where you stop and the water starts. So you
Takes us
just
back to our original state.
float and relax.
Yeah, and she has a pillow that you can put behind your head that sort of floats your head
nice.
up. So if you
It
fall
keeps your
asleep,
face
you know
from-
you don't go.
You don't fall in the water?
No.
And even if you just use the earplugs, your head only goes below the water about that
Yeah.
much. So all you hear is your own heartbeat and your own breathing. So it's
Oh,
one of
it's
the
like
greatest
being an
meditations
embryo.
ever.
Yeah, it's like being
the
an
closest
embryo.
thing you
Thing
can
to
replicate
being-
on
oh,
Earth
nice.
to being back in the womb.
Right. Right.
How do you get people out? I can imagine getting in and
The,
never wanting
the
to get out
cleaning
again.
system, the whirlpool kicks in and they get out. It's loud, so it wakes you up if you fall
Yeah.
asleep.
Oh, okay.
And a lady's voice comes on and gently reminds
Wakes
you
you
that
up.
it's time. Your time is
It's
up.
time to get up. You know, but they do it very nicely. Very nicely. So, and you know, what I did when I was in there, I just sort of sat down so I could get up. You know, like sort of went into a V, so my bottom would sort of go down to the bottom, and then is that not the right way
no,
to do
that's
it?
exactly the right way.
Oh, is
as
it?
Long
I
as,
didn't know, because
As
you
long
didn't
as
tell me.
I've been floating now, I was getting in and pulling the lid down behind me as I
Right.
was getting in, and I was fidgeting because I tend to do that a lot. And I wasn't paying attention. When I hit the water, my feet went up. I went back with a splash. That's only been a couple of months ago. I mean, it's just one of those things where you've got to be cognizant of what's going on around you because
Right.
the water is going to lift you up.
Right.
It's just that buoyant.
Did you find it? I don't know that
No.
it's in there.
25, I think.
Page 25.
See? All you do is ask.
But this
That's probably the
this
one.
ad is more about the co-working space upstairs and
Oh.
business members.
That's why I didn't see it. There was one that you had with the picture of the pod in there, and I guess it's not that
It's in
one.
the faded. It's faded in the background
It's
of that
faded
one.
in the background.
Oh, I can see
Do you
it.
see it?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. So it's on page 25, you said?
Of the July,
Of
August
the
issue.
July-August edition of Natural Awakenings. I'm in there too about my show. I was asked to put in something. I'd put in something about my show. I also put in, Judy and I put in an advertisement about our Creating the Amazing You, our retreat that we're doing October 13th, 14th, and 15th. So if you want to really learn to relax and have a wonderful weekend while you are exploring your own body, mind, spirit, soul, look on our website, Creating the Amazing You. We still have spots available. And somebody asked me today, they said, well, do you have to stay at the hotel? No, you don't have to stay at the hotel. If you live here, I'm not staying at the hotel. I just have the rooms available. If people are coming from out of town, they can call the Hyatt Place and get a room, and I have a block of rooms for Creating the Amazing You.
Okay.
Nice.
So you don't have to, this friend of mine who I spent the morning with, you don't have to stay at the hotel, especially if you live around here. You know.
And can people come one day, or is it all 3
No,
days?
it's a 3-day thing.
Okay.
It's a 3-day thing. It's a Friday night, all day Saturday, and Sunday. And a $50 deposit holds your place. And then you can make payments. I think it's $137.50. And you can make one payment in September, one in October, or you can make one in October and one in November, even though it will be done in October. I trust the people that are going to be there, and It's very affordable. Very affordable. We're going to have a great time. It's really going to be immersing into your own soul. That's what it's going to be. You're going to come out a beautiful butterfly, really. I'm really excited about it. Judy and I have been working on this for like a year and a half. So
You're doing a great job, too.
Thank you. Thank you. And it's just a lot of fun to work. It's a learning experience for us because this is the first retreat we're done. But I've done other retreats before. This is the first retreat I've done with Judy. But when I had my practice before, I'd done other retreats. So if you want to come, please go to Creating the Amazing You, and you can email me at toppriorityllc@gmail. Don't hesitate to call me. Please call me at 804-350-0034 if you have questions. For people who do sign up, I will keep in contact with them from the time they sign up until the time they get there, because I don't want them to feel that, oh, I've got your money and we'll see you in October. I don't do that. So because I want to keep them motivated, if they have questions, if they have issues on how to relax. A lot of people don't know how to relax.
I know.
They really don't. And they say, like my dad, we used to say to my dad, he's been gone for quite a while, I hope you're okay, Daddy. But we used to say, Daddy, you need to slow down. You really need to slow down. Well, he didn't know how.
I'm saying that to my husband since he's retired. I made him today. I was talking to him and he was walking around. I said, sit. He was like, no, sit. He said, but I could be, no, you cannot do anything when I'm talking to you.
That's right.
You have to sit. You have to be still. But he's used to moving and going. He's used to working. And so having him learn how to be still, that's my greatest challenge with him with retirement.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he wants to be busy. He wants to be doing something, I don't mind. He's doing the laundry and doing dishes. That's great. But, I want him to not feel like he's got to be doing something all the time.
Right.
I have no problem relaxing.
I know. Well, you've got your porch, you've got your puzzles, you've got your rocking chair out there.
I got my oils in every room, my diffusers, got my jazz or my easy listening music.
There you go.
Or silence.
And speaking of music, Kathy has at her facility, I like to call it a relaxation boutique. That's what I like to call it. It's the relaxation boutique. I'm not going to call it facility anymore. It is a relaxation boutique. It is something that is worth you going to. It is worth your time. Because remember, I've talked about time before. Once you use it, it's gone. You want to use your time here. You definitely do. And she has a sound room that when you go in there, it's like being in the solar system without seriously, without the planet. She's got all these lights around. It looks like you're in the stars.
Oh, really?
It looks like everywhere, on the ceiling, on the walls, and
I used to do that. I used to buy those stars to put all on the ceiling in my daughter's room, in my kids' room.
She has these sheer curtains that come,
Down.
fabric that come. Oh, it is like heavenly. And you sit there on this really comfortable lounge chair, and you don't want to get up. And she puts this pillow on you, which is a sound pillow that opens up your chakras, right?
It has two speakers in it.
And you can feel it. It has two speakers. You can feel it. And she puts the music on. You put the earphones on, and you just lay there, and it's euphoric. I can't explain it any other way.
So you do that before you get into the pod, or is that an alternate?
It's a really nice standalone session as it is, because that's how I found it. We were only the second ones on the East Coast to have it. And I heard about it on an interview on television. And everybody thought I'd lost my mind because I got on a plane and went to San Francisco and came back with a chair. But the chair has a memory foam cushion. And there are 4 speakers embedded in it. And then you have the pillow. It has 2 more speakers embedded in it. But it's nice as a standalone. But the funny thing is, the ladies almost split right down the middle. The ladies like the sound chair going into a float, while the gentlemen, almost without exception, like it afterwards.
I don't know. I did it afterwards. And
did you?
Yeah. And I really liked it because it was like the continuation of your relaxation.
Well, what the
That's
ladies
the way I
have
look at it.
mostly been commenting to me is that it helps them to shut their brains down before they go into.
Before they go in,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Yes.
It's either or, whatever
Wow.
you decide, but you should really.
That's exciting. It
I
is.
know.
Well, it goes back to remembering what you liked as a child. Music, the stars,
Start. I mean,
Being enveloped.
coloring,
Yeah.
books, the swings out front.
Yep.
All of the things that I truly loved as a
You have
child.
swings out front too?
I have swings
she has
inside.
the Papazon like swings, not like my
I
swings.
know. I was looking there today. I was going to ask you, Marilyn, do you swing with the children?
Yes, I do.
'Cause I do. I love to go to the
I
playground and swing.
I do. But normally I'm swinging Jacob. But she has some swings. They're like they're wicker. I call them Papazon hanging swings. So, and I want to get in one of those swings. I normally don't like it when people swing me or when because I had issues. But when I went into the sound that day, things came up from long time ago, and now I understand
that was what it was that
happened.
got you. Okay.
Yeah. So, which I won't go into detail,
No.
but sometimes because I am very intuitive, things from a long time ago come up from the past. And it was very helpful, and I'm going to go back to the sound thing. But you also have a sauna, don't you?
We have an infrared sauna.
Infrared sauna.
They call it a 2-person. I think it's a perfect size for one. But again, it was something that helped me. And it's just nice for detoxing. It's nice for just pure relaxation. We keep it at a lower setting than if you went to a steam sauna or went to a gym.
Oh, that's good to know, because I can't stand to be in that dry heat. I'm in there for maybe 5 minutes. I can't breathe in and out.
But it's good for, muscles and joints. And we have some fibromyalgia, folks with fibromyalgia, that the chair actually, the vibrotherapy machine, the tank, all of these things in conjunction with each other help, have seemed to help them. So it's nice to do them, back to back.
Yeah.
So how do people find you?
We started out with Groupon, and that has been wonderful. Could not have paid for the advertising that got us the coverage from Farmville down to the Northern Neck and from Quantico. We have some clients coming from Quantico down south of Petersburg. So we couldn't have afforded to do the advertising to get us that kind of coverage. So Groupon has been very good for that.
So how do people
Are you
get
still on
in touch?
Groupon?
We are at the moment.
Okay.
So how do people get in contact with you? Phone number.
Phone number is 804
Face the camera.
464-2668. And we're on Facebook, so they can message me anytime they want.
And what's your email address?
Oh,
At
dear.
residence.
info@resonancefloat.comcastbiz.net.
Call her on the phone. What's
The
the phone
phone's
number
better.
again?
The phone's better. 804-464-2668.
Yeah, it's on the south side. Now, I live on the west end, so it's a little bit of a hike for me.
It is just within the city.
What is nice when we live in this area. This is way cool. I'm a half hour from anywhere.
That's me.
You're a half hour from anywhere. Any place in the Richmond, Metro, Henrico, Chesterfield, we're all
can get
half a
there.
mile. We're all half an hour from
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of living around here. Now, if you want to come in and from another area, it's not that hard to get there. What's your address so they know?
It's 1312 Sycamore Square, Midlothian. And we are on the side where Crab Louie's is. So we're behind Crab Louie's and next door to Awful Arthur's. It's pretty easy to
Right.
find.
Right. So if you want to go to Awful Arthur's or Crab Louie and then go to Float and then go get something to eat.
You want
you
to
can't
go.
beat that.
You're going to want to eat after you
Eat
float.
after you
That's
float, yeah.
almost a given.
Yeah, because when I floated and after I floated and after I did the sound machine, I was famished.
It's got to be the
absolutely
magnesium.
Famished. It has to be. I was so hungry. It's like I couldn't wait to get something to eat. So the other thing is, if you do this to relax, the best thing to do is to bring a snack with you, and make sure that. And I can't stress this enough: drink plenty of water. It is so important to drink water. Utterly important, because you need to replenish yourself, especially if you're doing the sauna and this, all of that, because your body does detox and you do lose fluid. So it's really important to do that. And speaking of water and taking care of ourselves, Lisa Hazelgrove, who has been on my show before, and she's also been my co-host when Josie was unable to make it. She is going to be down in Williamsburg at the East Coast Healthy Lifestyle Expo on August 18th, 19th, and 20th. Now, if you want to go for free, contact Lisa, because she'll put your name on her list, and you can go for free. And they're having a lecture on Sunday, a class, I guess it is. On Sunday, that costs $15. And if you want to go to that, let her know. It's called Becoming Your Best Self Training. It's training formerly known as Humans Being More, but it's at Fort Magruder Hotel and Conference Center. So if you want to go, contact Lisa Healthy at lisa@lisahealthy.com, or her phone number is 804-539-3251. She'd love for you to come. I'm going to try to go on the Sunday thing. So just give her a call. This is a great opportunity.
And that's this weekend?
Yeah, this next weekend. The 18th, 19th, and 20th. This weekend is the 11th, 12th. Yeah. So contact her, and her phone number again is 804-539-3251. Give her a call if you are interested in going. If you want more information, call her. If she can't answer the phone, because she has a little granddaughter too, if she can't answer the phone, please leave a message with the time you called, your name, and your phone number. So, like, if you call me and I can't answer the phone, please leave a message. Just don't hang up.
Same here. We're a one-man show most days.
Right.
So
Right, and
please
people
call
have to
us
always
back.
remember to leave messages. A lot of times people will call and they don't get an answer, they hang up, and they, and I hate that. I want to know that you called. Call me, leave a message.
Because even if my mom calls, she doesn't leave a message.
Yeah.
I sometimes don't call her back.
I know. I figure if somebody called and leave a message, they really didn't want
They
anything.
didn't really want me.
I don't. Don't assume that they see your number and they're going to call you back.
Right.
Because you know what assume does.
So Josie, I know. So Josie, what's going on in your life right now with Josihopkins.com?
So I'm leaving on Sunday. I'm going to Dallas.
Yeah.
I'm in an essential oil certification class.
Good.
So I'm going to Dallas for that. Coming back, and when I come back, we have an open house for Damsel on the 20th, and on the first Sunday in October, I have an essential oils workshop. I'm going to kick that off with focus on teaching people how to skin brush, the importance of moving the lymph in the body, especially for cancer patients, and with it being kicking off Breast Cancer Awareness Month, really helping women understand how to move the lymph out of their body.
Right, because remember, we've got a pump for our heart. We've got our heart's our pump for our blood. Okay, we don't have a pump for our lymph
lymphatics.
glands. So you got to work at that, and you've got lymph glands more than what's underneath your chin here.
They run the gamut of the body.
You've got them under your arm. You have them at the base of your neck. You have them underneath your knees.
In your groin.
I learned that when I had mononucleosis when I was 17 years old. I learned that big time because I had glands coming up that I never even thought I had.
Yeah.
So you've got glands everywhere. So you've got a dry brush, and I've talked about this before because it really, and I was talking to my friend this morning at breakfast, it really helps get your lymph going. If you do it for 15 to 20 minutes, what happens is it's like having aerobics for an hour. If you can do it for 15 or 20 minutes.
And it helps with the drainage. And if you really know where the points are for it to drain, then you can really focus there as the beginning and then come up.
Right.
So, but I love
work
it.
at the bottom and go work up to your heart. Right.
I was going to ask, can I do that before?
Microtherapy's good for the
Yeah.
Right. So you need to have
Yeah, I was going to
dry
ask, is that
brushes
possible to do that before the shower?
you take a shower. And what it does is it gets up a lot of the dead skin that's on your body and the
Exfoliate.
epithelials. So it exfoliates your body, and
Helps
then
with
when
the
you
cellulite.
right, and then when you get that all off your skin and you've soaked up,
You breathe.
and your skin is really breathing,
Yeah.
because our skin
love to
breathes.
do that.
We have pores; they breathe.
It's
So
the largest organ in the body.
it is. It is on your body. Your skin is the largest organ. So your liver is the largest organ in your body. Your skin is the largest, and you have to have your skin breathe. I can't stress that enough. And that also helps relax you. I really believe it does. Now, Tai Chi can help relax you.
Oh, I love to
Qigong.
Qigong
yes,
can help relax you. Yoga can help relax
Yes.
you.
Anything that's intentional.
Right,
Just be intentional about what you're doing, because when you're intentional, you're putting your mind to work.
right.
You know?
Going to walk in the park can reduce stress.
That's what I did yesterday. Yesterday
Did
morning,
you?
I woke up and I'd been journaling, but I felt stuck, before I could start my day. And I just came downstairs, but my husband was like, "Where are you going?" I said, "Gotta go, gotta go." He's like, "Where?" I gotta go. And I just went walking for 45 minutes, and I came back. He said, "Are you okay?" I said, "I'm great," but I felt my body really needed oxygen. I needed to breathe and think at the same time.
Right.
And I love just to be in nature and trees. I don't like just walking in areas where there are no trees. I gotta have some trees.
I know. The concrete jungle doesn't do it for me either.
I like it where there's nobody there. So I go
Right.
to the VA hospital, and there's literally almost never anybody on the track.
Right.
Me and the geese.
Well, that's good. If you want the geese around. But anyhow, I like to go to the beach.
Yes.
Okay.
Water.
It is so important for me, for you. We're 2 hours from Virginia Beach, friends. 2 hours. It doesn't take that long to get there. Judy and I go down there every so often on a Saturday just to get away, to talk about what we're doing for our retreat, and to move on and
Put your toes in that water.
get your toes in the water. Just my toes. I don't know what's out there, further out there. So I've learned you just get your
These
toes
days,
in.
all kinds of things are coming up.
I know, and I don't want some shark to come up and find my
tracking
toe.
them.
So, but just to walk in the sand, just to dig your toes into the sand, just to have the water go over
That
your
salt,
feet
yeah.
and feel the smooth sand that your whole body is going down into the sand. It's almost like quicksand. You can get out of it, but it's so fun to have the ocean come up
and wash you.
and watch your body and your feet go down, and then you don't have any feet, but it's way cool. It's way cool. Do something like that. I want everybody to do for you. Find your aha moment. Whether it's meditation, whether it's exercise, whether it's walking, going to see Kathy at Resonance, that is something that everybody, all you people out there, need to do for you. Do something for you. Journal. Get a massage. Get one of those coloring books. There's a lot of things that you can do for you to keep your stress level down. Go and sing as nobody's listening. Go dance as nobody's watching.
Dance in the rain.
Go dance in the
Like
rain.
nobody's watching. Yep.
You know what my daughter did a couple days ago? She bought some new sneakers because she's running a half marathon in November. Yeah, a half marathon. I can't even run 3 miles, and she's running 13.
I don't run at all.
I don't. Running is not my
I
thing.
walk. I'm clumsy.
It's not my thing. But she said that she was running that day, it was a couple days ago, in the mist. And I thought, that's kind
nice.
of cool.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a fair weather person, but if
Yeah,
I'm
but
already
yes.
out there, and it's raining, I will stay out.
I
But
want
I
to
won't-
splash in the puddles.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's fun.
Like a kid play in the mud.
Back to being
Yes, being a kid.
a kid.
Do
Being
hopscotch.
in your natural, in your natural
Jump rope.
state.
And jumping rope,
Oh my
that's
gosh.
another way
Yeah,
to
to
get
stimulate.
your lymph glands going. Jumping rope, or getting one of those trampolines, those small ones, they call them rebounders. Get yourself a rebounder and rebound on that, jump on that for 15 minutes. Or go to your wiggle thing. What's that called again?
Our giggle machine.
Or giggle machine. Yeah.
It's a vibrotherapy machine.
Yeah,
that's
the
a vibrotherapy.
vibrotherapy.
Okay.
Vibrotherapy, it gets you jiggling and wiggling, and it helps you it helps tone you inside
out.
from the waist, from the feet up in your core.
Wow.
I'm doing that this week. I'm doing that next week.
I'm going to go look for the
definitely.
Groupon.
Yeah, I'm doing it because I really need to do that. Because I need to get rid of my core and tone it up. Not get rid of it, tone it up.
Tone it.
I need to tone it up. And a lot of people need to tone it up because people who are built like me with a larger core have the tendency to be a diabetic. And I'm fighting that, and I'm not going to have that happen.
And it's stress on your back.
It is. It is. So if you can bring your core in, your back feels better. Because when people have a poor core, they have a tendency to, like Kathy said, to, slouch over. You want to hide everything. So bring your shoulders back, suck it in, and stand up, sit up straight, and breathe. The more you suck it in, the stronger your core is going to get because you're using the muscles. And what I do with Sammy, I'll be sitting in this chair and I'll put him on my legs and I move my legs up and down. Well, he is like 20-some pounds now. He's a big boy, and he's heavy.
That's a lot.
That's a lot to be moving up and down.
That's a good
so
exercise.
I've been doing that. But then Jacob, who weighs like almost 30 pounds, it's like
one kid
monkey see, monkey do. You got to do it. So I've been working with them, and Sammy has really helped me. He's been my weight for my arm, to do the exercises for my arm. So I use humans instead of weights. So.
Little humans.
That's right.
But I can't stress enough, friends. Make sure that you're getting some relaxation for you. Find that aha moment. Come to our retreat on October 13th, 14th, and 15th. We still have some spots. Go to my website, creatingtheamazingyou.com. Check Josie's website. What's your website, Josi?
Josihopkins.com.
Josihopkins.com. She's got some great things there for you. That thing on the 20th, that event on the 20th, where is it?
Artwork Studio, 320 Hull Street, in Manchester.
What time?
3:30 to 5 p.m.
3:30, and that's
It's a Sunday, and it's free.
Sunday.
And it's free.
And it's free.
We'll be sharing all of the new Damsel in Defense products, ways for you to stay safe on the go, personal alarms, stun guns, pepper sprays.
Wow.
It's all about safety.
And on September 12th, I'm in a group called HEAL, Healthy Educators Affecting Lives, and I am the host of our next HEAL meeting at Kathy's Residence, which September 12th is a Tuesday night, and it's at 6:30, and you don't have to be a health person to come.
I want to come.
But, well, you're a
September
health person.
12th,
But if you're interested in natural health, you're interested in taking care of yourself, you're tired of the side effects that you might be taking from a medication, come to our HEAL meeting on September 12th at 6:30 at night. You'll learn a lot. And we have free food. I'm bringing free food. You can't beat that. It's free and you get fed. What a deal. Right? So,
lots of healthy living.
Lots of healthy living.
Yes.
And I hear the music coming. My husband's starting the music now, so
it's that time again.
It's that time again, and cheers to everybody.
Cheers.
And thank you so much, Kathy, for being with us tonight. It was absolutely delightful.
For having me.
I want to thank my husband Zen for the audio, and I want to thank Michael for doing the video, and we hope everybody has a wonderful week. And remember, change your life today.